Welcome back to another episode of ReZero Season 4. So the previous episode was just absolutely devastating and just hopeless and pure despair once again. So it was the previous Subaru, the new Subaru if you will, going through just a bunch of emotions. He was affected by, you know, the witch's miasma, trying to kill everyone because of it, got up to the, you know, to the place where everyone's supposed to be. Everyone was dead. And he was just going through a lot, and then also he ended up going through a loop, and for some reason he talked to Meili, and then the next thing we saw was him killing Meili, right? He killed Meili, and then Subaru suddenly came to. We are, or at least I presume that that is our Subaru, the previous Subaru before this new Subaru, and he looked at his hand and it said Subaru was here on his hand. It was a kind of like scratched onto his hand, right, in blood. So what does that all mean? How does that make any sense? I theorized some things in the previous episode, but let's see what of that is actually true and what actually happened here. So if you want to watch this, Uncut Blood is on Patreon in the description. Let's go into ReZero Season 4, Episode 10. Yeah, here we go. Subaru's here. So it is the new Subaru. The old Subaru would not kill Meili. But he doesn't know that. Oh my goodness, the voice acting. Also crazy detail that he has a bruised arm because he hit it so hard on the floor. The glove. Yeah. He is going through it. Oh boy. You think it's book of Meili? That would be kind of crazy. Surely it's not Meili. For truth.
死者の書の扱いは慎重にすべきなのよ。そもそもベティたちの知るあのメイリーの本だとすれば。メイリーが塔の中で大変すぐに探さないかしら。もしこれが本当にあの娘の本なら急いで探しても手遅れなのよ。
Yeah.
なんか騒がしく呼ばれたっすけど、どうしちまったっすか？
What's up, Shola?
シャウラ、来てくれたのね。お前、食事の後メイリーをどこかで見かけなかったかしら。見てねっす。ちびっこにはどうかしたんすか？実はメイリーの名前の本が見つかったの。ああ、なるほど。2号死んじまったっすか。
Number 2.
シャウラ、お前、そんな言い方ねえだろ。
いや、お日様怒っちゃいやっす。それより早く2号の本を読んだ方が手っ取り早くないっすか？
手っ取り早いってお前。
お日様が本を読んだらきっと2号が死んだ理由もわかるっすよ。
確かに、シャウラの言うことにも一理ある。
スバル、死者の書が本物ならあの娘の人生を見ることになるのよ。
二人とも心配してくれんのはありがたいよ。でも誰かがやらなきゃいけない。
God, it's so crazy because it's such a different character. This Subaru, the old Subaru compared to the current Subaru that we know of.
誰かが読まなくちゃいけないならスバルかユリウスが適任なのよ。
俺が見るよ。何？ひょっとしたらなんかの間違いで。
Crazy how far he's
何
gotten.
も起きないってパターンもあるでしょ。
How obvious the difference is at this point.
すぐ本から引き剥がすから髪の毛引っ張るからね。
そこは穏便に肩とかゆすって呼び起こしてくれると嬉しいかな。行く。
Here we go. And then he's going to lie about the thing, how she died, right?
を意識した時、女は何も持っていなかった。
Do
周りには誰もいなかった。
oh
暗い
wait, we're probably going to see what happened there because he also has an entire blank period of how she actually died. The first thing he saw is her being dead, so maybe we're gonna see it
黒
here.
い黒い森で一人。女はただ一人でいた。言葉を知らないから嘆き方など知らない。歩き方を知らないから
And she was raised by the Ma
戦い
Beasts.
方など知らない。
I wonder. I guess some parents just left her there. Wanted to abandon her.
命を終えるはずだった。 生きる方法を覚えた女は死のうなどとは思わない。
Whoa!
勇気を命で学ぶ。 やがて女は
Started befriending all the Ma Beasts. Makes sense with her ability.
の女王となった。
Whoa! Elsa! She looks a lot like, Gluttony here.
だから一緒に来てもらうわ。
Not even... Wow. Not even a flinch. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh! Lugunika, right? It's our Yuki, right? Yep.
私のために抗え、私のために生きろ、私を愛するために。
It's lust.
何もかもなくした、忘れた、失ったなんて言いやがるんなら、私がしつけ
God, that Yuki is such a good VA.
あの人の言いなりになるのはやめなさい。私以外、きっと命がいくつあっても足りなくなってしまうでしょうから。
憎い。ほら。
ありがとう。
憎い。
Oof.
憎しみとは一体何なのか。悲しい。悲しい。
Whoa. Oh, wait, is that...
悲しいのか。
That's the beast from the big fight, right?
一体何なのか。
Back in season 2.
ただ流され、何かを模倣して生きてきた女には、本物の感情がわからない。エルザを失った今、女は誰を模倣し、何を規範に生きればいいのか。いっそしつけと称して母が、女に死ねと命じてくれたりすれば、その通りに。
それは嫌よ。
Here he is.
答えが知りたいわ。
なんだ、お前も来てたのかよ。俺もちょっと探したい本があってな。もう夜更かしするなよ、メイリー。何をしていたのか見られた、知られた、気づかれた。見られたくなかった、知られたくなかった。
This is a very different side of Meili that we didn't really get to see during this time. She acts so differently than we see her. I guess her front is just that good then.
薄っぺらいな、お前。こびるなよ、気持ち悪い。誰もお前にそんなこと望んじゃいないさ。
Wait,
すまし顔するなよ、お人形。
why do you talk like this?
自分の胸の奥の本当の望みも
Why are you talking like this?
本当の望み。
望みに耳を傾けろ。そうすれば少しは自分ってもんが見えてくる。やりたいこともはっきりわかる。
自分はやりたいこと。望み。それは。
その顔いいね。味わい深い。自分の望みが分かったらもっとらしく動けよ。お前の退屈な悩みもつまらない苦しみも俺が覚えててやる。
What is this?
昨日の夜の話だけど、私はどのくらい真に受けていいのかしら。
So, I'm guessing that was the moment like the moment of blank period that we don't have, where Natsuki Subaru went into the library and then what came out, we saw him completely fall unconscious in the library, and then that's where this Natsuki Subaru, the new Natsuki Subaru, awoke, right? So I'm guessing that whatever we saw there is part of why this Natsuki Subaru is here compared to the previous one. I don't know what's happening there though. Interesting.
ここじゃなんだな。
Oh!
場所を変えよう。
It's still within him! That awoke that. Whatever it is that thing, it awoke it.
悪いな、メイリー。それを直接聞くのはルール違反だ。結局何ができたのか。あの森で一人だった頃から何もできないまま、意味なんてなく殺される、殺される、殺される、殺される、殺される、殺される。
Something is within Subaru.
深呼吸するかしら。無理に喋るんじゃないのよ。エミリア、本に触っちゃいけないかしら。混ざり合ってしまうのよ。
し、なんか、
深く潜りすぎたかしら。スバル、思い出して。大丈夫。あなたは夏木スバル。私の騎士様。改めて聞こう、夏木くん。君が見た本の内容は？
メイリーの記憶だった。
首を絞められて苦しい苦しいってバタバタしちゃったのよね。
Mm-hmm. He's getting haunted by the memories.
取り戻すのに集中するかしら。いいのよ。こんな時ぐらいベティに全力で寄りかかるか
How
ら。
are you going to explain this, Natsuki Subaru?
あなたはどう考えている？
バルスの話が確かなら、メイリーはもう、この二人は冷静じゃない？ちゃんと私のこと警戒してたからでしょうけど。スバル、落ち着いて。この低たらくで嘘がつけるほど、バルスは器用でも薄情でもないでしょう。
裏付けるために私が読むこと。
賛成はしかねる。夏木くんの様子を見るとね。と
Mm.
にかく、じっとなんかしてられないわ。メイリーを探しましょう。
探す？
見つけても、もう遅いのかもしれない。だけどこれ以上、あの子を一人ぼっちになんてしちゃダメでしょ。死んじゃう前は気にもかけてくれなかったくせに。今日の方針は変更せざるを得ないだろうね。手分けして彼女を探そう。
スバル、どうだろうか。君は、メイリー以上の最
Here
後。
we go. What are you going to say, Natsuki Subaru?
俺は
How are you going to talk about it?
最後までは見てない。
Ah.
塔の中で何かがあった。それは間違いないけど。
残念。
Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough one. Because now what do you do? Also, one crazy thing is, Emilia, if they find Meili's body in that room, I wonder if Emilia is going to remember seeing Subaru in front of that room right before it.
アシスか？お日様。
なんだ？
あーしはちびっこ2号を探すべきっすか？それともお兄さんと私の関係を知ってるみたいに聞こえない？
Hmm.
メイリーを頼む。
了解っす。お日様のお望みならあーしは何でもよくおらっす。ちゃんと分かったっすからね。
Man, Shaola is so
考えすぎる。
so mysterious.
その本にはもう触らない方がいいのよ。
What's in Subaru? What possessed
ま
him?
たいきなりの質問かしら。
I'm guessing he saw the life of someone and somehow that part of someone got into his brain. But also that doesn't... Wait, what if he, Subaru, the old Subaru, somehow managed to get trapped in the book and got kind of like exchanged with someone else's personality, and that's the other personality that we see, and somehow... I don't know, how would the new Subaru get in this body then, though? I don't know.
いやいや、私の死を隠そうとする卑劣感が。
Yes.
なぜこんな男が好かれる？なぜ？
Wait, sorry, what did you say? That bastard?
私の死を隠そうとする
Cover up
卑劣
my
感
death.
が。なぜこんな男が好かれる？なぜ？知りたい。それを知りたい。なぜ？
なぜなのか、私が教えてあげちゃおうかしら。
エミリアたちは味方なのか？俺を殺した敵なのか？愛せるのか愛せないのか？憎めるのか憎めないのか？
Bro is lost. That's crazy.
この死者の書なんじゃないの？スバル、やっぱり調子が悪そうなのよ。緑部屋で休んだ方がいいかしら。
なんでみんなこんな俺に優しくしてくれるんだよ。
ちょっと力を入れたら折れちゃいそうじゃない？床に叩きつけたら簡単に死んじゃいそう。
そしたらまた死者の書は出現するのか？それを読めばこいつらが俺にこんなに優しくしてくれる。
That's crazy!
スバル、これ
Gaining information by killing the people around you. Oh, is she gonna see his...
見られた。気づかれた。
No, Subaru.
また自分の手を引っかいているのよ。悪い癖かしら。つまんないの。
違う。
違わないわよ。
違う。あれ、ほら大丈夫だ。
ねえお兄さん、人殺しは癖になるって知ってるかしら？
確かどっかの名探偵の言葉だっけか。一度殺人で問題を解決しようとしたやつは次に問題が起きた時も同じように誰かを殺して解決しようとするっていう。
その名探偵さんのことは知らないけど、そういうことよ。癖はね、抜けないの。
Oh.
なかったのか。
入ることのできる部屋は一通り見て回ったわ。一応レイドにも話を聞いてみたんだけど、見てないって。
What?
そうか。
今日の結果は残念だったけど、でも明日はすまないが、明日以降。
So did they just happen to not notice her? Because she wasn't like
反対させてもらうよ。
hidden exceptionally well.
そんなのダメよ。メイリーがどんな気持ちでいるかもわからないのに。すでに彼女にはそうした感情的な機能は残されていない。これ以上時間を無意には費やせない。随分と話を急がせるものなのよ。残された食料にも限りがあります。アナスタシア様、今は中身が違っていますが、おっしゃることには一理あるかと。揉めるならアーシとウシ様と無関係のとこでやってくれっすよ。アーシはアーシでウシ様と幸せな家庭を築かっす。一姫に太郎さんです。
今は静かにしてろ。
僕がこうしているだけでアナの命を削っている。だから1秒でも早く塔を攻略し、アナに体を返してあげたい。わかったわ。スバルもそれでいい？
ああ。
This is so stressful.
足踏みするのを望まないと思う。
お兄さんったら素敵だわ。全然自分でも信じてないくせに。
Dude, I really want to see how this looks to like from other people's perspective, right? How this Subaru looks from other people's perspective, because from our perspective, this Subaru is like completely different from the previous Subaru, right? But that's because we see his inner monologue. That's because we see his every single action when he's alone and stuff like that. I wonder how different he seems to everyone else around him, right? I wonder what Emilia sees him as right now after it's the new Subaru and stuff.
私の死体どうにかしてくれるの？
確かめないとお互い気が済まないだろう。
それはそうね。
Is she still there? No, she's not. I thought so. It would be way too obvious of a hiding place. Surely they would have noticed it if she was here.
こそこそと探し物でもしているの、バルス。それとも偽物というべきかしら。バルスの夏木スバルの出来損ない。
Oh!
中に出歩いてただけで随分と悪者扱いしてくれるじゃねえか。
誰にも見られていないとでも？いいえ、見ていたわよ。
領域展開。No, no, 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 don't shoot.
殺人は
癖になる。
No! Don't end the episode. I said fucking. Fuck me, man. Fuck. Oh god, this is so stressful. Man, the atmosphere here just ever since this Subaru came up here, the atmosphere completely 180'd. I mean, it was already like stressful enough, but I feel like, you know, the one episode with the Witch's Miasma back when they were down, you know, under the tower, every single episode now has that vibe, you know, with this Subaru here, and it's without the influence of the miasma. It's actually insane. Okay, so oh boy, somebody did something with melee. I'm gonna guess probably Shaola. But even then, I don't think that makes sense because Shaola was with them, but she did come there a bit later, so maybe before, maybe she moved melee or something, or I don't know anything else. Also, they're talking about how, you know, the murderer is actually Subaru himself and all those things because of the dual personality within him. But we did hear like footsteps behind Subaru, and we heard a physical push onto Subaru right when he died. It could be kind of like more of a you know, just a thing to add some suspense to it, and there weren't actually any footsteps. It was kind of like just to throw us off of our game. But I don't know. That's weird. That's strange. That's something to think about. Something to keep in my mind, I guess. Also, holy shit, the entire melee backstory was really metal. Like, the melee in the backstory feels so different from the melee that we know. I think she's just really good at putting on a bit of a persona, putting on a bit of an act, right, around us. Because that melee was so different. And then the Subaru that we saw there, I wonder who that is within the Subaru, right? Because that is definitely not the Subaru that we know, but this Subaru here doesn't know that, right? This Subaru here doesn't know the previous Subaru. So what we saw there is that one glimpse of Subaru, where before he, you know, after the previous Subaru was gone and this Subaru took place. So there was that one moment there in between, and then we saw that Subaru can kind of like switch into this body, kind of like, I guess, DID, dissociative identity disorder. So there are like two alters within the Subaru, I guess, and there are like some triggers that switch between the two. I don't know, but that is very scary here. That is very, very scary. Oh, man, I don't know what's happening there. We'll see, right? We will see. That is absolutely insane, though. Now, there's only one more episode before a bit of a break happens, right? I don't know how long the break is going to be. I think it's going to be a month or maybe a bit more, maybe two, after episode 11, right? I think at least. As far as I know, as far as my information has been given to me, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a shame. We're gonna have to wait a bit, but makes sense, right? Yeah, holy shit, what an absolutely insane episode here. So I am very curious to see what's gonna happen in the next one. That ending here was so mean. Also, the entire thing about like building a habit, once you do something once, it becomes a habit, right? And you start doing it more and more and more and more, no matter how awful the habit is. Once you break the barrier, once you break like the entire, the barrier of doing something once you step over that line, there's no coming back, right? It just becomes a habit. So I am like just the fact that he even thought of the idea of, oh, if I kill Betty here, then maybe her book should appear there, and then maybe I can read that book to find out more about the memories, right? It's becoming more methodical and more tactical as opposed to emotional, which is a very bad thing if that entire tactic involves killing the people closest to you, which granted this Subaru here doesn't feel that closeness to these people, but still, right? Crazy stuff. We'll see where this is gonna go. For now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.